We're here today to dedicate the landscaping construction of the medians on I-40 between Coors and Unser, and to turn the LED lights on the Unser overpass. If you've driven this stretch of I-40 in the last several months, you've seen a lot of work going on out here. This is a very robust program that we have out here, not just for landscaping, but also for the LED lights. And it's a continuation of the City of Albuquerque's plan to beautify I-40 within the municipal limits. The East I-40 medians are completed. The Louisiana, San Mateo, and Carlisle interchanges are complete. The Big I and Coors and I-40 interchanges are complete. And now we've added 1.5 more miles here on the west side of Albuquerque. This particular project has 225 trees that have planted and that will grow to help absorb hundreds of pounds of carbon out of the air. In fact, if you take the interstate and the median landscapes in Albuquerque so far, we've planted over 6,000 new trees. And if you remember, there was a story not long ago about the tree cover in Albuquerque and how over the years some of that had diminished. Well, this is a great program that the taxpayers are helping us with to put those trees back and to help beautify it. We're here tonight to turn on the new lights that have been added to the Unser Bridge that will welcome and let visitors from the west know that they have arrived in the city of Albuquerque, a place that really cares. And you know, we really care about the west side. And as we talk to folks on the west side from time to time, they'll say, wow, that's great median landscaping in the center of the city. When are we going to get our west side landscaping? Well, here we are tonight. So it's a great opportunity to tell the west side how much we care about this side of the city as well. This project adds to the lights at the Big I, Carlisle, and San Mateo interchanges, making lighting synonymous with Albuquerque. This is a program that started in the last administration. I was talking to Barbara Taylor, who's here tonight. And we talked about how, you know, you try to do things that good in your administration and you hope some of those things survive. And this is something that's been going on for a number of years, and we're really glad to continue that tradition. We certainly want to thank the DOT for their cooperation and their help, especially the folks from District 3, that's our local district here in Albuquerque. Tammy Haas, I don't see Tammy tonight. Tammy's not here, but her and her entire staff, we just want to say thank you very much. We really value that teaming agreement that we have with the state. You know, Paseo and I-25 is a big topic of discussion right now, and it's going to take a lot of cooperation between the city and the state. And once again, it's just great to have great partners like New Mexico DOT. This particular project is a $1.9 million project for the lights and the landscaping. The source of the funding is from federal highway funds and also GEO bond funds. So thank you again to the taxpayers of Albuquerque who've cared enough to invest in our city. It's a 13-acre site, 1.5 miles. Our consultant was Morrow Riordan Wilkinson Miller. Greg Miller, principal, and Amy Bell was a project manager. Where's Amy? Is Amy here tonight?
Teaching at the university.
She's teaching at the university, all right. I know our contractor is Lee Landscapes. I know Lee Scott is here. Where's Lee? You saw him earlier. And Chuy Treviso, Jesus Chuy Treviso was the superintendent on this. And Lee was telling me earlier that he had his first grandchild today, so he couldn't be here for this. He's worked hard for several months, but he wanted to be with his family, and we certainly understand that. Construction supervision, as usual, was supplied by the Department of Municipal Development, DMD. Mike Riordan and his great staff. Barbara Taylor, who's here with us tonight, is the project manager. And I can tell you, as a mayor, you always appreciate staff that knows what's going on and knows how things work. Barbara Taylor's been around here for a while. She knows how this works, and she cares deeply about the projects. She works closely with our architects, with our design teams, and our contractors, and she's just a real jewel for the city, and she doesn't get enough credit for what she does. So Mike's going to speak here in just a minute, but I wanted to make sure that we recognized Barbara and all the great work that she does. So we're going to flip the switch here in just a minute, but first I'm going to bring up City Councilor Ken Sanchez. We're going to have someone from DOT. Who's talking from DOT tonight? Oh, you don't get to clam up. Then we'll have Mike Riordan say a few words. So first, Councilor Ken Sanchez. Councilor.
Thank you, Mayor, very much. I want to thank the Mayor, the State of New Mexico, the City Council for this collaborative effort. United as a community, there's very little that we cannot do. And the West Side residents for many, many years have wanted landscaping along the intersection. And tonight, we will light the night with the new lighting along Unser and I-40. I had a chance to see it because I live up in the area, and it was magnificent. So when we turn on the lights tonight, you're going to be very impressed by all the work that's been done. But most importantly, I want to thank the taxpayers for your hard work and effort, because it's your tax dollars that make these projects possible. But I would also like to thank those many people that were driving up and down this corridor that kept the construction workers safe. There was over 60 workers that were safe during this long process, and when they're coming into Albuquerque, I mean, they're coming in at 75, 80 miles an hour. I think people were very cautious and courteous and did slow down and acknowledge those construction workers, because they're the men and women that did all the work, and they did a magnificent job. This is a wonderful project, $1.9 million invested back into the community and invested back into Albuquerque's west side. Again, Mayor, I want to also commend Barbara for all of her hard work. You know, she does a lot of the work behind the scenes that we never see. Mike Riordan and your staff, again, the state of New Mexico working in collaboration with the city of Albuquerque. We did a great project, and this is going to be a tremendous asset to Albuquerque's west side. And more importantly, when people are driving into Albuquerque from the west here, the first thing they're going to see in the evening is this great lighting and the landscaping. I mean, what a great addition to our city. When people arrive into our city, we want to make sure that they want to come back to Albuquerque and never want to come back. And I think the work that was done here, this $1.9 million, is going to go a lot further economically by the work that was done here. Again, thanks again to the men and women that did this project and working as in collaboration as a team. Thank you.
Thanks, Councilor. I'm going to bring up Antonio. You going to come up and say a few words? Robert, can you come up and say a few words? Before I do that, it's just nice to see some of the family members out here tonight. You know, the kids that are out here tonight are family members that had parents that were either on the council services or with the people that helped build this, and so we want to thank you guys. You sure you don't have homework going on? I promise none of these children were forced to work on this project. Just have a small disclaimer there. So who's going to talk from DOT? All right. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Go on. Step right on there. All right, go ahead.
Well, first I'd like to thank everyone for being out here tonight. This project is a success due to the coordinated effort between the city, the state, the city's architect, Morrow, Riordan, Wilkinson, Miller, its contractor, and this is a project that creates jobs. This project was funded with leftover money from the I-40 project and the San Mateo project landscape. This project was set to be de-obligated. The city made a grand effort to pursue it. We saved it, and this project is a result of their efforts. So I congratulate the city and everyone else. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thank you. So a point well made. We were talking a little bit earlier. I think there was about 60 people that were employed on this project for month after month. So that's real jobs for the city of Albuquerque. Great investment by the taxpayers, a job creation project. So it's really good to see everybody out there and our local contractors doing well. With that, I'll bring Mike Riordan up to say a few words. And then we'll flip the switch. Mike Riordan, DMD.
Again, I just want to thank Barbara Taylor. When she's on a project, it always goes so well. So thank you, Barbara, for doing such a wonderful job. Not only just with this one project, but her as well as Mark Mosko are also on the CIP committee that makes sure that funds are available through the city coffers for projects like this. With the support of the mayor and the city council, we continue to keep going down the interstate with our great partners at the state. Antonio, please thank Tony Abbo for us, Tammy Haas, both wonderful partners. Greg Miller, Baker, you guys always do a wonderful job on our designs. Thank you. We're working right now with our regional partners to try to identify a little bit more funding to keep going west if possible for some of the interstate landscaping. A lot of this money comes from an account, the federal money, that's specifically for enhancement and not necessarily for, you can't use it for roads, you have to do it for enhancement or air quality. And what better when you're planting trees, when you're putting landscapes in, to calm down traffic as they're entering our city, really give them the sense of pride that we have in our own community. So all of you today participated in that, and thank you. Thank you for letting me speak, Mayor. It's always so proud to be out here with you. And thank you, Council, for being part of this as well.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Well, we're going to flip the switch here in just a minute. Is everybody ready to flip the switch? We'll do that in just a second. We'll let them get set up here. Full disclosure, as a contractor, there's no wires going to this, but it's going to work anyway. We have faith that this is going to work when we flip the switch here for just a minute. You know, I want to be the candid, transparent mayor, and I want people to know that there's no wires going to this. But hey, it'll be great anyway. But this is what it looks like, guys, when a city invests in itself. That's what we've been talking about for so long. We're talking about making smart investments in the city. We're talking about improving quality of life. We're talking about economic development. We're talking about taking taxpayer resources and putting them to good use. And so tonight's just a great example. So congratulations to everybody. Thank you to the City Council for their support on this. Thanks to DOT. Most of all, thanks to the taxpayers. And thank all the folks that came out here and worked really hard on this project. I know you kept them safe, and we appreciate you doing that. So with that, you want to flip the switch? Let's get the kids over here. All right, we're going to let you guys flip the switch. We're going to count down to, we're going to count from 3 down to 1. Okay? Ready? Go ahead. Ready? 3. Push it up. 3, 2, 1. Flip it. Now look over here.